Should you even be doing retargeting with your Facebook ad campaigns in 2025? That is one of the most common questions I get either under my YouTube videos comment sections or with all of our private clients working with us at paidadvertising.com. Well, my answer might surprise you. I want to show you exactly how I am doing retargeting, and let me tell you, it's not the way in which you think. So I don't want to waste your time. I want to get straight into the video specifically and show you some real live ad examples of what I mean when I say retargeting. So I first want to give you a little bit of back context about what I qualify as retargeting. So commonly people usually see something like TOF, and then they've got MOF, and then they've got BOF. So usually TOF is going to be cold audiences. So I can do cold right here. And then MOF is going to be like website visitors, social media engagers, and so on and so forth. And BOF, which retargeting usually happens in these two, BOF would usually be something along the lines of retargeting anybody who's added to cart or initiated checkout, or somebody who became a lead as an example, but didn't book in a call yet, so on and so forth, okay? So removing all of these right now and going straight into what I qualify as retargeting. Well, you can see I've already got a little drawing right here of a funnel, okay? So let me just remove those drawings right here really quickly. Cool. So the funnel that I have right here goes from unaware to most aware, or what people sometimes say just as aware right here. Now, it's harder to make money here, but it's easier to make money there. But there's more money to be made here, and there's less money to be made there. This is same thing as what people say TOF, MOF, okay, and BOF. Meaning, top of funnel, you have the biggest total addressable market, aka here. There's most of your money is to be made right here, because you can't scale this, okay? There's too few people here. This is unscalable. So that being said, you have to spend most of your money here and the least amount of your money there. But you may or may not know this, but Meta has been going towards broad targeting now for the last year and a half, 2 years. And in fact, I've even released a video about 2 days ago at the time of recording this current video, which is Facebook new AI ad system will change everything. So they've announced a new update for 2026 in a Wall Street Journal interview, which basically said something along the lines that all targeting, ad optimizations, and all the advertising experience will be entirely automated with AI. So they're really pushing us towards that perspective. But then going back right here, what that usually means is that you can't specifically say to Facebook anymore, hey, I really want you to look into my website visitors, or I only want you to look into my social media engagers, or something along that line. But where I'm going with this, and I want to already kind of skip ahead, is you can retarget through creative messaging, okay? So let me give you 2 examples, one of my own ads and one of another company called HelloFresh, and show you the difference in messaging. So here on the left, you have what I would qualify retargeting ads, okay? Like this first one right here is an ad from myself, which it says, if you look at the creative, limited time, new exclusive ad engine slots open, join my exclusive ad engine inner circle and get a direct one-on-one access to me to take your business to the next level, save your spot. Few variations because this is a dynamic creative test, but they all kind of say the same thing: limited time, limited offer, limited spots. So what that specifically is what you would qualify as a product aware or even a most aware ad. Why? Well, because this ad is focused on the offer, it's focused on urgency, it's focused on scarcity, it's focused on me, and focused on what you get when you actually get the product in itself. So hence why this is an ad that is going back here above for this stage right here of awareness, okay? Easier to make. Most advertisers by default will be making ads that sound like this without even realizing it. But then going back right there, another example from HelloFresh right here, this one says something along those lines. Limited edition s'mores on fire bundle is available. Swipe up to get yours now. So really offer and call to action based. Same thing as this one, offer, call to action based. So if I'm someone, as an example, which my own desire is wanting to systemize my advertising process or to scale my ads more profitably, okay? Scale my business more profitably. If I don't yet know, as an example, that this is even a problem, if I don't realize, like as an example, I have a $200 cost per lead as an advertiser, and I don't see an issue with that, okay? I'm technically someone who's unaware. I don't even know I have an issue yet. I don't even know I have a problem with my ads. If I just say, hey, you, join my ad engine inner circle today, I'll help you optimize your ads, your funnel, and whatever. You're like, I don't need this. I don't even know you, and I don't need this. You're not going to react to that. So Facebook's not going to show you this ad. And if it does, and you don't react well to it, well, it's not going to show it to other users similar to you because you're not yet at this awareness level. You're not yet at the bottom of funnel, okay? That would be product or most aware as customers. So going back right here, same thing with HelloFresh. If I don't see, as an example right now, some of the core desires that HelloFresh might be targeting is I want to save time with meal prepping, or I want to save time during cooking, or something along that line, okay? If I don't know that cooking, like manually, meaning I go to the grocery store, I buy my own groceries, I go back home, I cook every night. If I don't see this as a problem because my parents have always done that, my grandparents have always done that, that's always how I've been told that the adult life, must happen like this. If I show myself, or if somebody shows me an ad like this, why do I need this? I don't see the use case with like meal prepping. I don't even know why I would need something like HelloFresh. So then to give you another example of this, something a little bit more higher in the funnel. This is a pretty bad screenshot of my own face, but nonetheless, the ad, this is a video ad, okay? It goes like this. So it says something along the lines of an agency or a media buyer. That's the binary choice that you've been giving as an advertiser. But what if I told you there was a third option? An option that allowed you to blah, 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 blah. I'm doing something here that would be solution aware. So I'm assuming that they know of other solutions to scaling their ads profitably, but they don't yet know of this new solution, which is my solution in this case, or my product, right? So I'm moving someone in this ad from solution aware to product aware. Now, already here, going back to this right here, taps into a bigger market. Slightly harder to do, slightly more money in this market, but again, nonetheless, bigger market. Same thing with HelloFresh right here. There's a lot, okay, to unpack in a static ad like this one, but usually the flow of a static ad or the flow of an ad creative like this one, people would read from like left to right, okay? That's kind of how people read most of the time. So they would read this first, so this second, and then this third, right? Especially with like the flow of, you see like a little arrow. So that's how people read for the most part, okay? So the first thing they read is this. This is low-key huge if you're sick of overpaying for takeout like I am. You're sick of overpaying for takeout. That's a problem, okay? You're aware of that you're overpaying for takeout. So they're calling out a problem, right? In this case, or you could even say that it might be solution aware, meaning this person hates cooking, so they're doing takeout. But takeout is a solution to hating cooking, but takeout is expensive. So they're saying, you know of this solution, but this solution sucks. We have a better one. So here's, we have a better solution than the one that you already know. Here's the problem with your current solution. Now, here's our offer for this solution. And then basically like they're directing you to a little add-on or bonus if you want for the same offer. So again, we're slightly higher in the funnel as of right here. Because look, when you think about awareness levels, there's 5, okay? Here's the type of ads that you do. This is a snippet from Ad Engine in terms of the program side of it. But right here, like somebody who's unaware, they use content that creates awareness of the problem. You softly introduce your product or service as a potential solution. But here, you create awareness of the problem. That's why these ads, unaware ads, are usually fear-based. Top 5 reasons why you shouldn't meal prep. Top 3 reasons why you're overpaying for groceries. Top things like that. It's like you're creating awareness of the problem right here. You're creating fear in the fact that, oh shit, you should know that you have this problem. You don't yet know it, but this is a very big, bad, spooky problem looming around your life. So that's an unaware ad. A problem aware ad is, hey, you know you have this problem. Okay, this is a very bad, spooky problem once again. It pains you, okay? It hurts, right? Here's a way to fix it. That's how a problem aware ad works. Solution aware is, look, you know you got a problem. You know of a few ways to fix it, but you don't yet know of my way to fix it, which is these two right here, okay? That's the way to do it. Product aware is, hey, you know you have a problem, you know of some solutions, but here's why my product is actually the best option for you. So I need to help you trust me on this. So that's why I'm going to show you social proof comparison, detailed benefits, so on and so forth. And the most aware is, hey, look, you know of all these things. You know you got a problem, you know of solutions, you know of my product, but you just have been awaiting the right time to buy or take action. So urgency or special offers to push the prospect to take immediate action. Boom, right? That's what we got right here. This is retargeting. Somebody who is not aware that they even have a problem would not even consider an ad like this. This would pass like 10,000 feet above their head. They would just keep on scrolling and never turn back to look into something like that. So when somebody says, Justin, do you do retargeting? The answer to that is yes, I sure do, but I do it through creative. And that's how I do it. My creative messaging and positioning aligns with someone's awareness level that they would be at if we do what's qualified as retargeting. Because going back to earlier, okay, if you remember, I had a little drawing, but someone who's top of funnel, right? This is like completely cold/broad audiences, okay? Somebody who's in MOF right here is somebody who's a website visitor or social media engager. Somebody who's here, okay? Usually, if they're a website visitor, which means they've like looked a little bit at your stuff, or they're a social media engager, well, they probably know of like what it is that you sell and other avenues or competitors out there, okay? So it's safe to say there's somewhere here, somewhere between solution and product awareness, right? Because if they went on the website, they might have actually seen and looked into your product. If they've engaged with your social media, well, you probably bet they've seen other content similar to yours before. So they're like solution aware at the very least. And then so somebody who's BOF, as an example right here, as I said earlier, this would be somebody who's like added to cart, became a lead, but didn't book in a call, right? And then, man, I cannot draw right here, but add to cart, leader, initiate checkout, right? Those are people who have not only seen your ads, consumed your content, they've even taken an action on your website. So you bet they're just awaiting like the right moment to like push them over the edge and actually commit, right? They've already started an action. So that being said, these people, okay, if you actually like, what is the difference between targeting through creative and targeting through like actual audiences here? Well, when you're targeting through audiences, if I have a competitor who has also run ads, they've also paid for impressions, and they've gotten a lot of add to carts. Well, the truth is that person is now most aware or product aware, depending on how you want to see it, okay? That person is aware of the product, they're aware of the business, they're aware of like the game and landscape in which this product belongs, but they haven't taken action on my competitor's website. Well, if I create an ad like this, somebody, as an example, might be looking into other similar advertising mentorships. They might have already even opted in as a lead on other advertising mentorships, but they just didn't know of mine yet. And so therefore right here, they might still convert on something like that because I'm not just limiting them to my own audience. I'm going for, hey, anybody in the space who is product or most aware can actually convert on something like this, okay? And so this helps you not only get like low-hanging fruits that were sort quote unquote like warmed up by your competitors, and this aligns with what Meta has now been pushing us to do, which is removing audiences or custom audiences and telling us to focus more on the creative level. And speaking of targeting at the creative level, I highly recommend you check out this video right here on how I'm generating viral Facebook ad hooks, because this will help you utilizing AI to get a better hook rate, better creative performance, and therefore make more money with this new sort of targeting landscape that creative is now on Meta. If you want me to help you predictably scale your paid ads and systemize your advertising process, check out the first link in the description below to join our Ad Engine 101 Inner Circle today. Or if you want us to do it all for you, then check out also the description below to book in a call with our team at paidadvertising.com today so that we can become your Meta, Google, or TikTok ads partners. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.